is what happened in our gospel today. What do you remember? What do you remember today? So I will focus on the action of the angel's encounter with Zechariah. Remember this, my dear brothers and sisters. Faith is not just a word. It means you are seeking understanding. You don't know. It is not assured. It is not promised yet because you haven't seen it. But faith calls you to an understanding of what will happen. And in the process of that, there is what we call hope. You are hopeful for what was assured to you through faith, which you know you would receive. Zechariah, we read in our gospel, may have misunderstood faith in God. And anybody would say the same today. If you are old, at least we know that menopause for some women stands as 40, if I'm not mistaken. Imagine telling a woman of 55 years that she's gonna give a birth. Isn't that some kind of a weird promise? But then, if you are a Christian and you are a believer, it calls you to have faith in the one who speaks. Zechariah himself, we read that he's a priest, so he knows better. Just like us, we are Catholics, we are Christians, so we know better what we should understand and how we should grasp it. That's why when he doubted what was the result, he was mute. He became mute, dumb. Because God wanted to show him what is to come, so that he will see with his eyes. So my dear friends, today, as we are in the 5th day of our Simbanggabi, what do you remember in your life? As you prepare to welcome Christ, what do you remember that God has promised you in awaiting his coming, the Emmanuel? God with us. God has always been with us. It's not because we are about to celebrate Christmas that is the first time we would encounter Jesus. Jesus has already encountered us when he called us and we said yes in baptism. We denounced Satan and we accepted him in baptism. But then, what is the message for us today? Before the message, let me share with you a true story. Maybe some of you knows that. This happened in the Philippines. There is this woman. She's called Mama Linda. So she's the mother of Linda, which is the first daughter. So this woman called Mama Linda, she is from the province, a poor local area. And back there, life is hard. She struggled. She wanted to go to Manila to live a better life, to help her kids. She had 3 daughters. So unfortunately, the husband passed on earlier. So she became a widow. So she was left with 3 beautiful girls. So the story went on that when these girls were growing up, they admire their neighbors. They admire those around them. They want to be like them. But God bless these kids. They are intelligent. Coming from a poor background, but God blessed them with wisdom of how to understand when it comes to academics. So the mother recognized that. So she wanted the best for her kids. She moved to Manila with her friends' suggestion that Manila is a place that when you come, life is beautiful, you will get a job, you will do that, you will do this. And she picked up her bag. She moved to Manila. So when she arrived, her friend dresses well, she does all kind of makeup, she wants to present herself good. And every night, she leaves Mama Linda at home. She goes out. She tells that her job is a job that she had to do at night. So she goes out, dressed good, she enjoys herself, she comes back in the morning with lots of money. So Mama Linda was curious. When will you introduce me to your job? And this friend of hers tells her, can't you be patient so that you can find a regular job? She said, no, it seems like you get more money for a night. I would love to do that for the dreams I have for my kids. So she began. She was introduced into the line of business. Definitely without calling a name, you must have guessed what this business is. So she went on. She was doing it, she was enjoying it, she was providing for the kids. And when they come of age, the first daughter Linda, was sent to Manila. And when she came, because the mother was shy, she wasn't proud of what she was doing. She don't want the girl to know what she was doing. She rented a different apartment, have her stay there, and she sent her to UST, one of the expensive schools in the Philippines. She went there to study. She took up medicine, and you all know how expensive medicine is. Because she could, she is bright. She went into studies. She was making it. The second one came of age. She came to Manila. She went to Ateneo. Most of you must have heard of Ateneo. It's also expensive. This woman was doing the job, and these two young girls were living at the apartment going to school. The third one came up again. Second one, meanwhile, took up nursing. You can see how ambitious they are. So the third one came up, and when she saw that the other two were already, taking up courses that are quite expensive, she went to De La Salle, Brothers of De La Salle, another expensive school in Manila. This woman had to do whatever she was doing to make sure that these young, pretty girls have the best, which she never had. And after that, the third one took up administration, business admin. And after their graduation, the first one was lucky. She found an American man. She moved to the United States. The second one moved to Canada. The third one also found herself in the United States. These three young girls got the best education, and they found themselves in a country where they could have supported their mom. But what happened? Nanay Linda, as they call her, which is Mama Linda, at the point, she began to have eye problem. She called up her kids. They will tell her, we are busy, we will send you money. So it's about the money, not about the presents. They send the money, but of course, most of us know that when you send money to Philippines, when you are not kind of educated, sometimes you have in-laws or uncles help you withdraw those money. And when the person who withdraws the money, because she don't have a direct contact with her kids, so they go along to help her get the money, so they don't give her exact amount that we are sent. So this woman was suffering from one eye. The doctors let us say that it's already affecting the second eye, and she got blind. After many years, these kids did not come home. The three of them, both in Canada and those here in the United States, they never came back. And this woman, both eyes were blind. She kept calling her kids, please come back, I want to see you. But this time she couldn't because she's blind. She fell ill because she was already distressed. She lost hope in life. After her sufferings, she lost it all. And then, when she was about to die, that was when I met her in the parish where I was assigned in Manila. She couldn't see me, but we communicated. You could see the bitterness in her. You could see the pain of sacrificing her own self for her 3 kids in one of the best universities in the Philippines. Sadly, Nanay Linda, Mama Linda, passed away. When she passed away, we begin to receive calls from her kids. We will come home. We will go to St. Peter, which is the funeral home that is popular in the Philippines or in Manila. St. Peter. They want the best funeral for their mom. This time, they make out time. When they came back, Nanay Linda wrote something. She gave it to her best friend, but not the one that introduced her to the business. So this woman suffered a lot, and in her writing, she left a note. Forgiveness, for me, is no longer existing. Pray that God forgives you. Those were her words when she died. So when these 3 young girls came back finally for funeral, they want the best, and then I get to see them. I told them, it's not gonna happen. I may not be part of your family, but you had the time to be there for her, to help her, but you did not. This is not the time. She needs a perfect burial, not the best burial. At least you are here to give her last respect. But do you think that if she have another chance to wake up and look at you in the eyes, she will forgive you? Pray harder, I told them. And they gave them the letter Nanay Linda wrote. When they read it, they were crying. So my dear friends, why do I have to share with you this story? Do you remember someone that has helped you in life? Either here or anywhere. Do you remember them? Do you check on them? Even our families here, some of these kids we have today, we give the best to our kids, and the relationship later on end up in the nursing home, in the hospice home. I see a lot. I see them, our priests, they see the same. Parents suffer, but at the end of life, they can't even look at their kids and say, I am proud that I sacrificed something for you. So my dear friends, let us reflect upon this. Maybe this 5th day of our novena of the Simbanggabi calls us to remember what God has done for us. Just like Zechariah, God did something that is miraculous at his age. Maybe that experience you have, we are the experience of God encountered moment. The gem, G-E-M. Those moments in your life when you think nothing is impossible. Somebody came and walked you through. God lifted up your hands. Maybe that is the gem. God is reminding us today to be a gem to others. But in this time, the gem is God encountered maker. When you encounter God, it is the moment. But when you give out in return, it is that you are making God's presence alive. And Jesus, as we commemorate him in this season, he calls us to remember the good things he has done for us. We call family members to celebrate. Take this opportunity to appreciate them. Take this opportunity to call those you never called before. Because at the end of this life, whatever you think you are fighting for, whatever time you never make, they will all pass by. And what do you hope for when you finally leave here on earth? So mga kapatid, my dear brothers and sisters, be a gem. Because you all are cute. How do you spell cute?
C-U-T-E. E.
Again? E. Catholic until the end. Amen.